We are going to see who comes in and who doesn't. I don't know. It's always a gamble. Let me see if anybody's in. Sometimes takes a minute to watching. That's what it says. Let us see here. Tanisha. Pumpkin Patch Cat. Rose, how are you guys doing today? If you don't mind me asking, how's everything going? Can you hear me okay? Do I sound okay to you guys? Oh, let me see something here. Let me move that up there. I hope it sounds good. I need to invite a few people in, though, I think. Let me see. Let me see who I can get in here, okay? There's one person I invited. Two. I don't know if this person's even home. Let me see. Back to the live stream. See what everybody's. Kelsey, how are you doing? I sound good. That's good. That's good. Justin, how are you? Why are you sad, Rose? Why are you sad? It's good to see everybody in here today. Let me see who else is going to be on. Ooh, Gary's a good person. I don't know who else to let know I'm in here. Oh, I know who else to tell. Give me a minute, guys. I'll be right there. There we go. Oh, let me see. I can't complain. It's supposed to be nice here tomorrow. Kelsey, nice temperature tomorrow. 80s, upper 80s. Then it's going to get cold. Well, I hope you cheer up, Rose. September could be, seasons change. I don't know. I'm sure that's not the reason why, but, Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the cold, though. Kelsey, you know this. I'm not one big on the cold. My back hurts when it gets cold. Like this morning, I couldn't even move when I woke up because of the back pain from the cold. Yeah, today wasn't a bad temp day. I'm going to say that much. It was not a bad temperature day. Tomorrow's supposed to be warm, and I know little man Kelsey needs the cool temperatures. I know he doesn't do well in the heat. I just hope he does okay in the weather. I mean, in the cold. I was talking to somebody today, Kelsey, who's a farmer, and they do canola, and they were almost in tears because as they're trying to harvest their canola, the wind's blowing it all away. And he said there was money flying through the air everywhere. Same thing happened here, but we're not back that hot yet. It's just going to be hot tomorrow, I think. Almost 90, at 85 or so. At least that's what I heard. And then we're going to get cold. Then we're going to have nights where it's in the 30s. I already looked ahead Next week, one day, the temperature at nighttime is going to be in the 30s. So, it gets cold here pretty early. And by the end of September, we could have snow on the ground for all we know. But let's hope it holds out till well after that. Let's hope till, a few years back, it was nice all the way till Thanksgiving. So let's hope we make it that far, huh? You're not bothering anybody. You can talk anytime you want, but that's okay if you don't want to. Bring on the snow. Of course, you're going to say bring on the snow. I hate the snow, man. Do not like it at all. You're at nighttime. You're going to be down. You're already down to the mid to upper 20s already at nighttime. We're not that bad yet. Ooh, what was that? Ooh, let me see who is. Okay, I got it. Mm-hmm. You don't mind the snow as long as you're. You're not in higher. Oh well, yeah, I guess you are. You're in Salt Lake City, kind of a higher elevation, yeah. Lorga, how are you? Yeah, no, I'm not trying to steal nobody's audience. Gary, how are you doing? I was going to ask you something, and I can't remember what I was going to ask you. I had a big question to ask you, but I don't remember. Don't know. You're still working on your videos, right? I can't wait till the genetic videos come out because they're supposed to be really good. The genetic videos on the geckos and stuff. Yeah, that does suck. The answer is yes. Oh, because of where you live at, right? Is that what you were talking about? Sweet. I will be looking forward to that because the whole thing with leopard geckos, the big thing that I see is 100% the genetics. That's why a lot of people get out of it because the genetics are messed up. But I like how you test them now. I started that you guys test them now to make sure that they have what they say they have in them. To my forgotten question, you'll have to text me on instant messenger so I know what you're talking about, Justin. If you can do that, I don't know. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I like watching your videos, and it's going to be good to watch. Are you going to show a lot of animals in these videos, or is it going to be mainly just talking about them and stuff? Good. That's good. Oh, no, I remembered the question because I asked if he was when the video was coming out, and he told me. Sweet. Are you going to go into here's another thing? Are you going to go into good beginner ones for people to get into so it's not so complicated and confusing? And are you also going to cover things like the Enigma where they have and the Lemon Frost where they have defects in them? Are you going to cover any of that or no? Sorry to hear that, Rose. Yeah, you guys better be subscribed to his channel for this. This is going to be a good one. Yeah. See, I had some sizable collections, maybe not as large as yours, but and I got out of it twice. I did it twice. I had it two times. I had a real top notch collection, and I sold the whole thing. And then I had another really good collection, and I sold the whole thing. And I wouldn't mind getting back into leopard geckos, but time has passed since then, and a lot of genetic things have changed. Can I ask you this? What is your favorite albino? Leopards are very addicting. I have to admit that they are very, very addicting. Bell albino. I like the bell albino too. I also like the rainwater albino. Or what do they call that? The Las Vegas albino too. That's what they used to call it, the Las Vegas albino. Now it's the rainwater. I don't know. See, now, how did that come about? The two different names. I mean, that's when I was in it. There was Las Vegas, and then they changed it to Rainwater, and then the Bell. I'd like to have so many Trempers, so many Bells, and so many Rainwaters, and do morphs off of those, but keep them pure. Oh, I got you. All right, this is the last name of the guy. Okay, so now it just sticks with Rainwater, right? Do you even hear Las Vegas anymore, or do they just call it Rainwater? See, because it would be great to do that, just to stick with just like have. Oh, do you hear all that? I didn't know that. I thought, yeah, yeah. I didn't know that they were the Tremper albinos. Well, I knew Ron Tremper's. That was because of him, um, the Tremper albino. But I did not know that he had. They called him the Texas albinos too. See, Bell in Florida. Yeah, I didn't know they. But now I know. See, now that's the things. I hope you cover all that in the thing. That's cool. So now I know that when somebody says I got a Florida albino, I know exactly which one they're talking about. See, there were things I didn't know. That's very cool. See, learn something new every day, they say. What about Michigan? Is there an albino? Is there 4 types of albinos or 3? Oh, even though, okay, never mind. Should be Michigan. I got you. Bell lives in Michigan. I was confused there again. I didn't see the first part of that up there. I missed it. Yeah, I didn't know that either. See, Rose. So that's something new to know. If somebody were to get into the hobby, let's say somebody woke up tomorrow and said, "Look, I want to get into this leopard gecko hobby," what would be the morphs or combination or singular that you would recommend people get to start? And I know, like, you see a lot of people go to Petco and buy these ones, but I know that they're all mixed up genes, so you don't know what's all in those. That's true. I like all the albino stuff. I do. I like the albino. I like the radar stuff. Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna write that down so I can look that up. You're saying pure lines, right? Like stuff that's pure, right? Am I correct? Yeah, I'm not a rich guy, so. Oh, just plain pure base morphs. Now, see, that's what I was thinking too. And then you can make your own stuff, and then you could prove it out, right? See, now you know that picture. Did you see that picture? You liked it on my thing of me with my fingers like this, with that baby sitting right on top of them. I think that was a pure. That was an albino. I think. Um, um, that was a patternless too, right? It was Tremper. Yeah, it was an albino. It was very. That was a long time ago, though. It was a lot of fun. See, when I was doing it, it was a lot of fun, and that was simple genetics with those. Very, very simple. Just simple, easy. Yeah, it wasn't Bell because I didn't have Bell albinos at that time. I only had Rainwater and Tremper albinos. Why is it very rare? Is it just that nobody's done it, or what? See, that's what I would like. I'd like to get some base morph stuff and just work with it. Oh, has been done. Okay. Now that patty, is that the patternless, or is that what that means, or what does that mean? See, you should write a book or something. I don't know. This stuff confuses me a lot. Murphy's patternless. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. So yeah, that's. I think it's either my wife's fingers or my fingers when that hatched out. Jumped right on the fingers and took the picture. Yeah, if you wrote a book about it, I know I used to have Ron Tremper's first book, and then I lost in a fire, and now you look them up and they're $200 freaking dollars, and I was like, that's freaking nuts. But yeah, I like the geckos. I like gecko scene. It's pretty interesting. But if I get into it, I can definitely contact you. I'm sure you would help me. At least I hope you would. Yeah. What did you think of Wally Kern's video the other day about why he got out of it? Why he only does a few. Yeah. He just came out with another book. I often thought about getting it, but I don't, I don't know. So let me ask you this. What do you think the up and coming morph is going to be? Do you think it's going to go back to? Do you think it's go? Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's great. I love Wally, man. Do you think it's going to go back to base morphs and start all over again, or do you think that there's going to be some crazy combos out there that are going to be big? See, that's a problem with combos, like you say. There's a lot of stuff mixed in them, and people like their pure line stuff. I know, even back then when I was doing geckos when I first started a long time, when I first got into geckos a while, but had to be 15 years ago, 20 years ago or something. It was, or even longer than that, even. I can't even know. I just know that it was a big no to mix the albinos together. They did not like that at all. What exactly is that? What does it look like? I used to have clips, but I don't remember. I think they were like, I have to think of what they were. I had snake eyes and eclipse, but isn't the snake eye similar to an eclipse? It's just not as big, the eye thing, I guess. I don't know. So Rose, I hope I hope everything cheers. Yeah, I hope you get cheered up. Thank you, Chris. How you doing? How's things going? All right, let me go see if I can see this now. Let me double check this here. Oh, whoa. I like the price tag on that too. Huh. I know Gecko Boa. A lot of my stuff I got that I just got rid of was from him. Org, how are you doing? Org, however you say that.
Go get Mom at 9.
Okay, not a problem. Not a situation. What, are you not feeling good?
Oh, my back hurts. I'm tired.
Okay. Let me see. Yes, you incubate most reptiles' eggs. I like the green guy, Org. Yeah, ogre. Ha ha. Sorry. Yes, most reptile eggs are incubated. There's a few geckos that'll lay eggs on the side of a terrarium or something that you don't have to. Yeah, org. Org. Why do I keep saying that? Ogre. Damn. I don't know what I'm thinking. Sorry. But yeah, all except for there's a few gecko eggs that will lay eggs on the like on the side of the terrarium or something that don't need to be incubated, but you have to keep the temperature up or whatever. But he won't breed mealworms for you, huh? Yeah. Wally Kern in the house. Good morning, Vietnam. Yes. Yeah, I had a feeling you did that, Ogre, because I think I've watched your videos, and I think you live like you do a lot of gardening too. Did you get my text, Wally, about what's going on? Oh, sweet. You need to check your instant messages. I sent you something before the one that I told you I was live. All right, let me go down a few posts here. You would like to try what? Am I missing something? I may be missing something. Yeah, I sent you one before. I sent you one that says I'm live. Read that one real quick if you can. Let me go down a few right here. What did you say? Scroll down a little bit here. Let me see. I'll come right back. Oh, yeah. That's some killer stuff there, man. I definitely need to get back into leopard geckos too. See, I have a problem. Oh, incubating reptiles. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I will send you a message. Going Uper? Yeah, he knows his stuff. Uper's pretty cool guy. Jason, yeah, he's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, I like Jason. But if you plan to incubate any reptile eggs, you can come on this show. I'll talk you through it. Between Wally, myself, and Gary Orner right here, there has to be close to 100 years of experience involved in incubating. I could talk you through it just by talking to you. Depends on what you got to tell me what animal you got that you want to incubate, and I'll tell you what you have to do it. I have personally over 35 years of experience. Oh, we'll see when you get that, Wally. We'll see what you say when you get that, what you think, okay? It'll be there on the 9th. You let me know. There's a little note in it. Yeah, I think I got one of them books too. It was from way back then, Rose. No, I am not in Michigan, but I do have friends in Michigan. Yeah, Wally. I had to order that and have it sent to you, and I couldn't get it. It took them a while to verify your address because it's a weird address. Not that it's weird; it just looks strange, I should say. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I know what you meant because the Flyers lost to the uh, Blackhawks in the Stanley Cup, I believe, that year in 2010, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but don't worry, I couldn't find one anyway. Ogre, there is Uper. Yes, he does know. Like I told you, he knows his stuff. He's in the UP. Yeah, no problem. No problem. He was talking about he wants to incubate some reptile eggs, and then he says that you seem to know your stuff. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I watch Ogre's channel. Yes, I do. Let me go right here. Yeah, it's kind of a strange address there. Very much so a strange address. But we got it. Oh, thank you. Please hit the like button. It does help out. Let me see. What kind of lizard eggs are they? Oh, you don't have them yet. Oh, what kind of lizards are you thinking of getting? Because I find stuff like, pretty interesting. Geckos are usually pretty good. They're pretty easy. Well, leopard geckos, they're not. They're pretty simple to deal with. If you want to start off with something small that's you can get a good practice with, and that are not that they're easy, it's that they handle mistakes well when it comes to having reptiles. Leopard geckos do it pretty good. No, they're tiny little eggs, about the size of a, tiny little eggs, about yay big, about an inch or so long. Hold on, guys. I have to answer this. Sorry, I had to answer that, guys. I had to answer that. An inch would be perfect, and I'd like to. Okay, now here's my. I would definitely go to one, but the closest one to my area is about 300 miles from here, and it's a really long haul to get there and get back. But I would go. I really, but I'd wear a mask, of course, and do every precaution I can. I'm not one that would want to go in and be standing like this close to somebody, But the one that's here is kind of not real busy or nothing, so it would be kind of easier for me to do that one than it would be to go do another one. But they canceled the one in October, right? The NRBC one, right? Yeah, Gary, you just went one. Well, Wally, you just went to one too, right? Yeah, Christmas. Good luck with that. I don't know. I'm sure. I'm pretty good. So I'm sure you'd probably have no issues trying to get them to give you one or something. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, they have one there. That's the new one, right? That's going to be the all new. That's going to be the all new one that they have. And I would go if I lived closer to one. Once stuff really calms down, and it's coming. Calming down is going to be coming, guys. So don't be panicking or nothing. I think that not that you guys would, but I think that I think this COVID and all that's going to slowly taper off, and I think that they're going to be back. Everything will be back to going good here in within a year, and I think I will hit some shows up then for sure. I wish there was a reptile Santa. Um, Gary, aren't you the reptile Santa around here? Oh, just messing with you. I am. Yeah, you could be the reptile Santa, but I'm sure cast the vegetable clause, yeah. I think but that's Santa you have to pay for, am I correct? Okay, yeah. Kids, that's I do that too. So that's a little different. I'm a kid at heart, if that helps any. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. I'm just playing with you. Yeah, I gave I'm trying to think. I gave a kid here, wasn't far from here. Oh, it was about 10 years ago or something, and he really wanted geckos, but he couldn't. His parents didn't have the money to put out for him, but they had the money, like I had food, like all the food it would need, so he can come and get it for me. But I I gave him a whole setup and everything. No, they don't. And you know what it is? That could set them up for like a future in the hobby really big, because if you do that, then they get a passion for it young and it goes from there. Oh, Wally Kern too, yes. Very amazing individual. I must admit he definitely goes above and beyond also. I'll never forget when I got ordered some crested geckos from him. It's been about 10 years or more ago, and my daughter could not wait to get that open, and she was trying to cut. Looked like she was going to cut her fingers off using that steak knife. I don't remember if you remember that video while I pried that box open. Wally, you're so funny. Oh, Wally, you're hilarious. Oh man, yeah, I remember you were like, "Oh, I thought she was going to cut her fingers off." Now she's all grown up, almost 20 years old. That's how long ago that video was. I don't know where I have that video though. I might have that video on Facebook. I don't think it's on my YouTube channel. Mm-mm. But I remember you saying, scared you. Yeah, you were like, but you know what, Wally? If she had cut her fingers off, I'd have never put the video up. So you should have known it all turned out okay. Oh, it wasn't like you were standing there watched her cut it. Yeah, no, I remember she first comment you sent me a text. I thought your daughter was going to cut her fingers off. I was like, no. Well, kind of could be scary, but it didn't. She didn't. So that them geckos were phenomenal. Just phenomenal. Yeah, I have to admit when I was doing shows with snakes and stuff, the best part was definitely the kids and visiting with other breeders, because then you can, you pick up tips and stuff like that. Oh, are you serious? Wow. Wow, sorry about that. That's having something a long time. So, how do you open the boxes then? Do you open the boxes, like, have your wife do it, or do you do it, like, very carefully off camera? And because I've seen you, like, you got the boxes open already when you start your video. Oh, yeah, I can't believe that, and I feel like I traumatized you for life. Oh, I'll never forget that, though. That was she got all excited over that, and she just had that knife, and she was, like, trying to open that box. I was like yeah, yeah, I thought that's what you did anyway, but yeah, that was pretty cool. Uh when I order something again from you, Wally, I will have her open it the correct way next time. How does that sound? Just for you. I don't even know if she remembers opening that box like that. But, yeah, it was, that and I grew up did you I sent you you've seen pictures of the head of the one when I grew up. It was just phenomenal. And you know what happened, Wally? I'm gonna tell you. Those 2 geckos I gave to a kid at at one of my, we had that, the herb society here that I started, and a kid come in and was learning about them and really learning, and, it was a mother and her daughter, and they really liked them geckos, and I gave it to them too. Are they regular tokays or are they a morph of a tokay or what is it? I like tokays. They're pretty cool. Yeah, it was a girl. I can't remember what her name or her mother's name is Teresa, and her father, well, her stepmother's name was Teresa, and her father's name was wow, I don't remember. Spartan Reptiles, how are you there, sir? Yeah, the kid, they came to the meeting because she was making her kids go to the meeting before they ever got a reptile. And her mom worked at a grocery store and never really had they were gonna buy like a Petco one, which is fine. You can go buy a Petco leopard gecko or something like that. And they were pricing everything up and they're like, well, this month we can buy this and this month we could buy that. And it was be like 3 or 4 months down the road before they could get the animals. And what we did is we got together, everybody pitched in something. Somebody gave them cages, somebody gave them the stuff for the inside, somebody gave them a whole bunch of food, and I gave them the geckos, and that's how that went down. Yeah. Or do you plan to breed those? Them are cool. I could tell you stories about tokay geckos like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, we did that here. It was it was very cool. It was worth it. I had I kid you not. I had the pet store and a guy came in and he had a fish place around the corner and it was he was all aquarium, all glass aquarium company was right around the corner from my store. Okay. And not only did they make aquariums there, but they sold fish. They sold you name the fish, they had it. It was so hot in that place. You'd walk in that place, you'd start sweating, and it was just ungodly hot and humid and everything. And he came in. He's like, man, he goes, I'm having a problem with, because I guess they got a shipment of roaches or something. And they couldn't get rid of the roaches once they got in there because they were, they did crickets and roaches and all that. He goes, I got all these crickets and roaches running around and I can't get rid of none of them. I don't know how to do it. He goes, which one of these animals would you get to let run free in my place that would get it? I said, none. But then he goes, what about these? And they were tokay geckos. And I says, yeah, well, they're, if you let them go, they're going to eat all you're going to have problems. They'll take care of your crickets and stuff. And he turned around and he bought every single one I had in the store for 2 weeks straight. He came in buying them. A couple years later, he comes in the store. He goes, how the hell do I get rid of the geckos? I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, he let them loose in the store and they were multiplying like crazy because he had the perfect conditions. And I mean, multiplying like nuts. There was thousands of them in there. And he come in and he had like a big bandage on his finger. He goes, yeah, my sink was leaking. I stuck my hand up underneath the sink to fix it over there. And I felt some sharp pain. I pulled it out and there was freaking geckos hanging off my hand. And you know how tokays bite, right? I'm sure you do. But yeah, he had lots and lots of them. I don't even know if that place is there anymore. And he had, I bet you, 1,000 geckos running in that place. You open up the doors, they would just run. Or they're up in the corners of the, they would be up in the corners. When I say run, I don't mean on the floor. I mean on the walls and stuff. And they do have jaws. Yeah, they would be up in the corners. And any place they can get into a small little spot behind something, yeah, they were there. Oh, yeah. Did a great. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So, yeah, it's been a few months ago. He did another one. Was it like last week or something? Crested geckos, or a week before, I think. Yeah, he does an amazing. He does amazing videos. I like Dave. He's pretty cool. He just sent me a bunch of stuff here. Is it over here? He sent me a 3-pack of these for one. Yeah, he signed them. I'm sure a lot of you guys ever got these, but yeah, he sent these to me the other day. And I asked him, he's like, well, just because I know you watch my stuff, I figured I would send you some. He's only the next state over. He's pretty cool. This place, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know. He had all his aquariums, like they were big vats on the ground, like, so I'm sure, I don't know if they would, if I don't know if tokays eat, would eat goldfish or not. It's a possibility, but in large numbers like that, trust me, in that place, that building there was wasn't the best looking building. I'm sure they had no problem eating even pinky mice. I'm sure they could take down pinky mice pretty easy, don't you think? I mean, I don't see a problem with them eating pinky mice, and I'm sure the place was loaded with mice. Yeah, if it wiggles, they'll eat it. Yeah, I'm sure. But I'm sure the place was infested with mice. Even probably had even rats, and I'm sure that they would eat up all them babies. Roaches, crickets. He was always getting roaches and crickets in too, so it's not like he was not getting them. He would get them in and distribute them out. So he always had insects around and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't see any issues with them eating anything. You'd be surprised. I'm sure you know this, and I find it amazing how an animal that's put into in a different environment can easily adapt and overcome situations and survive. That's interesting. Yeah, they're one of the ones that do need the UVB, right? Yeah, he had everything in it. He did. It was a pretty interesting place. You guys ever heard of the All Glass Aquarium Company? Maybe some of the older people have. I don't know if. Yeah, they do. They do. They just don't need it. Some don't need as much as other ones. But yeah, I often thought that too. I often thought. I could never understand. People used to say that like crested geckos don't need UVB, but I just think that they do. Oh, because the All Glass Aquarium Company. She snickered. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that company was right around the corner. Unless they had different, I don't know if they had different locations and they were all under one. But I know in Philadelphia that one was directly around the corner from my house, and he owned it. And I don't know, but if he bought a franchise and did it or not. But yeah, that's where we got all our aquariums from, all our fish, all our insects, things like that from. I just got rid of 3 tanks this week. 3. So let me see what that was. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. We convinced them to donate to the schools in the in Philadelphia, to all the schools within so big of an area. Each classroom a 10-gallon aquarium with a lid and a filter and a whole thing, so that each classroom could have fish. And it did it worked. Got the kids into stuff. Can I ask why they broke them? Just out of anger or what? You know what I need to do? I need to one day get Gary and Wally on the same show. I think that would be great. 2 Gecko Kings on at once. Yeah. Let's hope they didn't. That could be a mess. You're the jester. Well, guys, I got to go get my wife here in about 5 minutes. So I have to hop off and get ready to go get her. And I will talk to all of you guys later. It was great having you guys on here. Gary, Wally, Rose, Justin, Uper, everybody who's in the background that I'm not seeing. I would talk to you guys all later. Let me see what you say here, man. Good night, everybody. Peace out. Hang in there. And I will talk to everybody at a later date.